Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning with Gumby and I. How you doing today? I think we had a pretty good week. So we had our hot dog cookout on Friday. So I want to thank all of those that came out and enjoyed some time together. Kyle made his jalapeno cheese dip, which was phenomenal. I actually put mine on top of the hot dog. I thought that was pretty good, and he shared the recipe. So I'll put it in the email when I send this out, so you can have that. I think we'll do something in a couple weeks from now, so I'll get that information out to you, maybe out this week or maybe next week. But I think about 2 weeks from now we'll do something similar. Maybe get pizza or something like that. So yeah, it was fun. Thank all those that came. 64 days in a row, and doing my 10,000 steps today. This morning I did my 10,000 steps, and I'm still afraid to get on the scale to see what that does for me. But what I can tell you, what it has evolved into is that of the 10,000 steps or the 5 miles that I walked today, I ran two of them. So I'm probably getting a little bit fitter. I don't know, and stuff. So yeah, just keep plugging along. I hope you're plugging along on things, and I hope you're moving forward and reaching those goals and setting those goals and working towards those goals, right? Short term, long term, intermediate goals, right? So today's video is called Knowledge and Planning is Power. And again, I've referred to this many times in this series that I am a spreadsheet geek, right? So I've got a spreadsheet on everything. But for me, the spreadsheet and more the thought and the planning that goes into it is really helpful. And it brings, if nothing else, a sense of peace or something, while I'm trying to navigate this. So, I've got a sheet, and, it's our financial plan. And, given the current funding sources, I don't know if there'll be some more that'll come in. EIDL, Main Street Lending Program. I don't know if there'll be more, but I know the day that we run out of money here. I know it exactly, right? And you just can't argue with that. So, although I don't like to look at that and know that that happens, what it does do is it motivates me to know that I got to keep working on that next project or that next program or the next plan or whatever it is that comes out there and stuff. So for me, having this information and planning is really important. And I would really encourage you to kind of come up with that same sort of thing. So let's talk about what's some of the knowledge that you have that will allow you to plan and navigate what's going to be important for you through this process. I think the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that right now, the way it is written, the enhanced unemployment benefits will end on July 31st. So I hope while you're making your financial plan and planning for your success, you're keeping that in mind. Now, I don't know if that's going to change, right? Everything that's been going on with this COVID and this legislation and all this stuff, things have been changing. So I don't know if that's going to change. I spoke yesterday with Senator Ernst's office, and I asked that question straight out. I said, "Do you think that there'll be an increase of time on that enhanced unemployment?" And they weren't able to answer that question. So I think it's probably one of those things that you can plan on that Congress is going to be talking about. My bet would be is that it's not going to be exactly the way it is now, that you might see it pared down or something, but you need to keep that in mind while you're making your financial plan and while you're going through. I hope that, some of you, this enhanced unemployment is really probably putting you into a better situation than when you were working. So I'm hoping you're setting aside some of that money and you're planning for what unemployment benefits might be looking like after July 31st. Why do I say this? Okay. So Stu came up to me on Tuesday and said, "So we're going to be back to work in August, aren't we?" And I said, "No, no, we don't have anything. Unfortunately for us in our market and right now, it's still the adage of more cancellations than bookings. And realistically, other than a few military bookings, and unfortunately, Our competitors may have figured out our pricing strategy on that, because it used to be we were getting all the military bids that we bid on. Now we're not. So I'm guessing that our competitors have figured out where our price point is. So we're just getting a handful of military work coming in. Now I think there's some optimistic signs, right? I think that with the Farm Progress show, saying that they're going to go through, that's going to be helpful. For us, that's going to hurt a little bit, because we basically did the international traveler. The international traveler is not going to be coming for this, right? Heck, they can't even come to this. But there might be something that comes of that. That's a good sign. The other good sign I saw in the news yesterday, that RAGBRAI is planning an October bike ride. So maybe that will turn into something. Maybe what this does is signifies that the market is starting to think about, you know what, we got to get going. We want to get moving on things and stuff. But right now, we in the bookings and the calls, we're not seeing that. So I really need you guys to think about what your situation is going to be after July 31st, because I can't tell you what part I can play in that until I know what the market's going to give to me. Okay, so please look at your financial situation, look at what your income is right now through the enhanced unemployment, and make sure that you're setting aside, and keep your ear to the ground too, right? Keep your ear to the ground to see what is going on and what's the discussion about the unemployment benefits, because right now everyone at CIT is on unemployment benefits. So right now it's helping everyone, right? And it would kind of be helpful if some enhancement continues, but don't plan on that, right? Have your plan A, have your plan B. Know where your money's at, where you're sitting at, where your obligations are at, and be prepared to make the changes that you need to make sure that you personally navigate through this and you get to where you need to be, so that when this market comes, and I know unfortunately some of you won't be able to wait for me to get stable. I get that. I understand that. And I don't blame you for that. You have to do what's best for you and your family. But my hope is that if we tactically, intelligently, smartly work through this process, that we can all get to that place that either with CIT or without CIT, when this market opens up, we all find ourselves in a better place. Because it will get better. It will be. There is no doubt in my mind. There is no doubt that the guy that's standing in March in this business, is going to have lots of opportunity and probably have an opportunity to grow. We just have to find out and figure out how to build that runway. And you as well need to figure out how you build your runway, and what decisions do you have to make sure that you navigate these waters, navigate this economy, to make sure that you and your family are taken care of. So with that, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Again, I'll put Kyle's recipe in the email. I'll also ask that you continue to call our federal elected representatives. Let them know what you're thinking. Kim and I are still reaching out, still having conversations every 2 weeks or so, but get a hold of them. Let them know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and let them know what you need, because remember, they work for you. With that, Semper Gumby, thanks for all you do. Have a great day. Bye-bye.